With Cardano, there's this amazing on-chain government, and we've been turning it on over the last 2 years. 2,500 people in 150 workshops in 50 countries participated. That's a commitment. It takes time and it takes effort to do something like that. To go to Ghana, to go to Senegal, to go to Cameroon, to go to Vietnam, and to go to Korea, and to go to Japan, and all these places. They're fun places to go, but gosh, to hold workshop after workshop for 2 years straight, that's a lot of talking. And you have to bring people up to speed and have the same conversation 150 times. That's a lot of work. But in doing that, we now have the on-chain government we have. And everybody got to feel like they mattered, because they do. The Constitutional Convention of Cardano, how did we do that? It's here in Argentina in December in partnership with the UBA. Well, all these workshops elected delegates. And those delegates, some of them for the first time in their lives leaving their country, the first country they're coming to is Argentina. And they're going to vote on a constitution by and for all the people. And it's going to write down all those really important things, like the tenets of your Bill of Rights. What are the human rights that these chains should subscribe to? In addition to decentralization, which makes you resilient and avoids the network from being co-opted and destroyed, you need to have good governance. Because without good governance, you have nothing. And it's hard because you have to find a way to talk to people you don't like. It's hard because you have to learn to listen to people. It's hard because even if you believe you have the answer, you have to figure out how to explain that in a way and negotiate that. And you have to be willing to do that for days, weeks, months, perhaps even years. It takes a long time. But in the process of doing that, you have created a collaboration engine that can solve any problem, because you have access to millions of minds. You have access to the world. No matter how big a problem is, if you throw enough human beings with the right organizational structure on it, you can solve it. That's what we learned in the 20th century. It was the first century in human history where we could collaborate at scales of millions of people. And in the 21st century is the first century where we're going to be able to collaborate at scales of billions of people. I'll give you a great example of this. I think it was 06, first plane flew, North Carolina. The Wright brothers, 63 years later, not very long, in fact, you could have seen both events, mankind stepped on the moon.